Hey everybody, welcome to Fox11Online.com. We're with Gamblers head coach Derek Lalonde, and we're talking NHL playoffs. I'm Drew Smith. Thanks for joining us today. And you get a chance, even as you're a busy coach, but you still get a chance, obviously, to check in on the pros and see how those playoffs are going. And boy, so far it's been some exciting hockey. A lot of overtime games. It's been really nuts.
Best time of year. Love the parity, and obviously, hockey's a pretty small world, and there's a lot of gamblers in the NHL. A lot of guys I coached in college, so. With that, I have invested interest.
And it's fun to watch.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's talk a little bit about the Eastern Conference. And, it's been real interesting to see some of these series in here. New York is your top seed, the Rangers. I mean, do you see these guys as that strong, being able to run through this? I mean, I don't know.
They have a chance. Handicapping the NHL playoffs might be the toughest thing in sport.
It is. It's one of those things that rarely goes to chalk.
Well, I think it has to do with the new CBA and the parity with the salary cap, which is great. That's why it's a great sport. And I was on a radio show last week, and I had the Penguins winning the East Conference.
Well,
so that's not going very well.
No, they're down 3-0 to the Flyers in another game on Sunday that was full of fisticuffs and fight. Now, usually the fighting itself goes way down. I mean, the physical play goes up in the playoffs, but the fighting goes down because nobody wants to get suspended.
Well, I think you're standing your ground. Yeah. I mean, Pittsburgh is backs to the wall, and I think that's them standing the ground. I understand, and that's all part of it. And I think NHL, more than anything, it's a goaltender series, a goaltender playoff. And you asked about the Rangers, they do have a chance because I think in the East, and you could argue 3-4 teams are the best goaltender, but I think with Henrik Lundqvist, he is the best goaltender. He's playing the best going in, and the Rangers play from the goal out more than anyone else in the NHL, and they do. That gives them a very good chance in the playoffs. All
right, so Rangers, the top seed, maybe making it through all the way. All right, so the Pens probably not going to make it. Let's go to the Western Conference. This is really a fascinating conference as well because you've got a Kings-Vancouver series that LA has really jumped out at.
Well, I'm going to lose my credibility on that same radio show last week. I had the Canucks coming out of the West. So you get me another week or 2 weeks from now, I'll have this thing down.
We didn't hear that other radio show, so that's all right. But you talk about hot goaltenders. Anybody in this in the West here that you see that maybe riding somebody?
Again, there's 3-4 teams with that special goaltender. But I look at Nashville, Pekka Rinne, and again, I think he's primed for a run the playoffs. And again, it gives them a chance every night. And even today's game, he was the difference. And I think Nashville is built around their goaltender too, and I think they're primed for a run also. And
you got to be careful also for the casual hockey fan when you just look at team names. You go, oh, Red Wings. Red Wings are going to be great. Of course they are. They're always, but you have to really get a little deeper.
Yeah, the parity in this league is phenomenal, and I think the league it's healthy right now, and it keeps flourishing over the last few years because of that parity, and the playoffs are a special time. Literally, any one of these 16 teams. And there's a couple teams that just missed the playoffs that could have had a opportunity. And you probably look in basketball, you can pick 3 or 4 teams are probably going to win it. That's not the case in hockey, and that's why it's special.
All right, here we go. So we've got New York against Nashville in the finals.
I like it.
New York, Nashville. All right, we'll leave this up for a little while and see what happens. All right, Coach Derek Lalonde from the Gamblers.
Appreciate that.
Good luck in the playoffs this year as well.
Very much.
Thanks for joining us here on Fox11Online.com.